Hi, parents. Deacon John Wilson here, Education Enrichment Director for West Angeles. In the next video, I'll tell you a little bit more about our schedule, but I want you to know how to register for the West Angeles Summer Algebra Institute or Summer Bridge program. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. I'll do it right now. So to register for our program, you just go to www.westa-eep.org. I'll include the link below in the description block, westa-eep.org, or just Google West Angeles Education Enrichment Program. We get so many visits that I'm sure it'll pop right up. Just click and go right to this page. When you do that to register for the Summer Bridge program, you just click Programs right here. You can see all the stuff we're offering here, but then you stop on Summer Bridge right here. You go to Summer Bridge program, you scroll down, and there's the form for registration right there. We also describe the program here and give you some background. You can take a look at that on your own as well. Our class schedule is here, which I'm showing in another view graph, but it starts June 22nd. Another view graph. Yeah, another view graph in the next video or two, I believe. But you can see the class schedule right here. It's June 22nd to August 1st. Monday through Thursdays, 4:30 to 7:30, plus field trips on Fridays. And here we describe the structure of the program a little bit. The course options are over here. Special, by the way, we list all the math courses and a writing course in there, yep, and chemistry. I would love to have a calculus prep class workshop on Saturdays toward the end of the program. We'll talk about that some other time. But if you see your students going to be in calculus, you should fill out one of these forms. Just sign up for advanced math and give me a call, right? Additional weekend workshops. We're going to have workshops on Saturdays for sure. You'll want to have your students involved in that workshop. All right. Let's look a little closer at how a day might look. Okay. Let's look a little bit closer at that, if you will. Well, parents, one of the things we really want to do is to give you a choice of how your day should go with your student. We want them involved in the program that much that we want to give you a lot of choices across the day to show you how they could be there all day if they want. We're going to have a lot of fun, a lot of things to keep them interested. Food and snacks we'll have there for the students as well. All right. So taking a look at this, we have 3 periods, 3:30 to 4:50. Look under time. 5 o'clock to 7:20, 6:20, excuse me. 6:30 to 7:30 is our last period. And as you go along the evening, the math classes get more uh, complex, I would say. The younger students are coming that first period with foundational math, which used to be what we called pre-algebra. And that's on, look under lecture day, please. Mondays and Wednesdays is when that's going to occur. Okay, don't look at this days thing here. Monday and Wednesdays when lecture will occur. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they'll go to the Ed Ready lab in the same period. It's down in room 306. It's down at the bottom here, additional enrichment and lab. So send them all 4 days for sure. All of our incentives and rewards for attendance will be for attending all 4 days or as close to that as possible. We'll do them in 2-week increments. We'll give rewards for those who are attending regularly. We do think attendance is important. Now, there's other things we're doing too. During that first period, we have a math, logic, and critical thinking class for students who have class later. They might come and do that earlier. We'll see how that works. And then we go to second period, which is 5 o'clock to 6:20. Algebra, geometry are the primary math classes, but also math, logic, and critical thinking will be offered during that period as well. It is that new class where we're going to teach students how to critically think. I have a video upcoming where I explain the importance of critical thinking and what's happening with our students that are in 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, how they're not able to do basic math things because of loss of critical thinking skills. Now, I've seen that in the SAT class a lot. These are students like in pre-calculus and even calculus that are having trouble with basic math concepts. And I hope you remember the earlier video I did. Maybe I'll include that below too on the study at University of UC San Diego where they had 30-40% of incoming freshmen could not do basic algebra. So you might say, well, they're not going to get involved in math. Well, the problem is a lot of the skills for critical thinking you develop in math classes. And how can you learn AI without critical thinking? How to use AI effectively? And that's going to be a big part of the job market, period. That's just one example of where solid critical thinking skills are going to help your student in the job market. Okay. All right. So second period is 5 o'clock to 6:20, and then 6:30 to 7:30 is the advanced math classes. But students could come early. They could come early and do at 5 and do some math, logic, and critical thinking. They can come in and do that class, or they could do the lab, their enrichment lab, that day as well. But you can see the lecture for third period. It's Tuesday and Thursday for chemistry, Monday and Wednesday for advanced algebra. So a student could do advanced algebra and chemistry. They just attend the 2 different lecture periods. And we do have a Saturday school where we have activities and some fun things and outings we're going to do on Saturdays from time to time. They can come that day and get their advanced enrichment lab. We want every student to take Ed Ready Lab. It's a great diagnostic program. It's a great way to shore up their math skills. Okay, parents? So if you want to register your student for the program, you go right to that website that I showed you earlier. There's a button to register in there. I'll include the link to it in the description block below. But go back and you'll see in the video I covered that. Go right to the website, okay, and register immediately. We already have, without this push, we're about 40% full right now. We're 40% of our requirements in it. We would like to have more than the requirement. But you need to get that registration done. The cost is very moderate, $40 for a 6.5 week program. I don't know how you beat that. 6.5 weeks of enrichment stuff. Even if you're on vacation for a week or two, they still will get more than $40 worth. Now, sure, we're getting a grant, but we want the $40 to cover a lot of our additional costs, additional things we want to do for youth on these field trips and cover our buses because the cost of gas has gone up so much. All right. So can you help us out and do that 40? It'd be great. Of course, if you can't, let us know. You know how I am. God bless y'all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.